I can't believe this. I literally said it in my previous Superman video that the only thing Superman would do, which would be bold and brave, if he actually stood for truth, justice, and the American way. And I think like someone at DC probably listened to my previous video and they went, you know what? That Romanian guy is right. That is way too bold and brave. Let's change the American way to a better tomorrow. Now, I'm astonished they didn't just change it to Build Back Better. That's what Superman should stand for. Truth, justice, and Build Back Better. Because it would have been a lot better motto than what they have, right? So, a better tomorrow. Wow. Now, just so we're clear, I'm not even an American, so it doesn't bother me, the fact that they changed the motto. What bothers me is that they gaslight to people. I don't tolerate people lying to me in my day-to-day life. Why would I tolerate people lying to me who are trying to do business with me? They want my money. They want to convince me to give my hard-earned cash so they can put food on the table. They can starve while I pay for manga. They can starve to death because I'm not giving them a single cent if they keep lying to me like this. Gaslighting is an abusive tactic. These people are abusers. They're trying to abuse me as if I'm in a relationship with them. Look at this, you bigot. I promise you, as Superman, I wouldn't today be allowed to say truth, justice, and the American way. And the person on Fox News goes, oh my gosh, you're right, you're absolutely right. When was this? 2020? Okay. Now, you get the abuser, the gaslighter, motherfucker, I put it in a comic this year, okay? So look how they talk to the fans. Look how vile they are with this potty mouth. They expect to get paid. And he shows a comic where Superman says truth, justice, and the American way. But yea and behold, barely a year later, they removed the American way. How do we do this? Like, do you honestly think that we can peer through the future? That we have superpowers that can look through the warp? Are we just better than average people? Why am I not being contacted right now by Tom King to ask me for the lottery numbers? Hey, Tom King, you know what you should be saying right now? This is what you should be saying.
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
I don't think this is going to sell, by the way. I mean, it doesn't change the copies that are being sold. It's not going to sell less. It's not going to sell more, obviously. And talking about selling, it's kind of sad. I mean, I go around and I happen to live close to a high school and I see the teenagers coming out there. Not one of them is having a DC shirt. Everyone is having anime shirts. Some esoteric animes that I don't know. My Hero Academia seems to be extremely popular. Even Naruto. But when it comes to DC heroes, I swear to God, I don't see anyone having any type of superhero shirt. And it's very sad, this is it. It is very sad. And this has to do with the motto, believe it or not, because it shows the mentality of the people in charge. Like, Superman doesn't exist, all right? Like, I'm not some sort of leftist to discuss how Superman changes his motto. No, it's like the person writing Superman, and they have an ideology. And they don't have a problem with truth. They don't have a problem with justice. They have a problem with the American way. Because these are very spiteful people. They are spiteful towards the comic book heroes that they're writing. They don't like the industry. They are spiteful towards their fans. They don't like their fans. They're blocking and muting fans on a daily basis on Twitter. They share block lists. They share block lists so they can block their customers. And they're spiteful towards the United States because they don't even believe in the United States. They believe that the US didn't contribute anything positive to the world. And they also believe that the US is a racist country, a systemically racist country. And that's the reason that they changed the motto. To better reflect the storylines that we are telling across DC. So in other words, like all the stories they're telling, they're not positive about the United States. In fact, I remember having the displeasure of reading one of Miss Marvel comics. I know it's not from DC, different company, but still same shit. And like 30% of the comic was focusing just how bad the US is, right? Like she comes into America and she's being pat down at an airport and like you can see the visible suffering. as the agent is patting her down. And like everything in America is shit, but there is like the only good place in the world is when the action takes place in Pakistan. And Pakistan, in the vision of the people at Marvel, is just like a perfect America, but it's a little bit poorer. Like, I kid you not, there's no problems in Pakistan, none whatsoever. And I'm thinking, like, why is she leaving that perfect country and going to the hellhole that is the United States? Like, in the version of Marvel, in Marvel Comics, the United States is a hellhole. Pakistan is a really great place. Why is she staying in Pakistan? And obviously, you know, this is pretty much what's happening in DC. It's like, well, DC Comics, America is evil. America is problematic. America is horrible. Superman cannot stand for the American way because the American way is systemic racismus, it's sexismus, it's homophobismus, it's bigotismus, it's evil. The only good thing about America is the Democrats, okay? The only good white people are the Democrats. That's it. Everything else is to shit. I bet Superman is a Democrat. Like, he votes blue. You know that. You know that, don't you? He voted for Biden. I guarantee to you. Like, Superman is very political, votes for Biden. He's probably like Clark Kent. He's a journalist, right? He writes puff pieces for Biden. That's what he does. When Biden asks if he has any questions, Superman doesn't ask. Because he knows. He knows he shouldn't ask any questions. It confuses the president. So, there you go, you know, and they literally admit that, yeah, I mean, there is no American way. But what really annoys me is the motto is evolving, right? So the American way was bad. Like, the thing that actually got the comic to sell is bad, but now it's evolving, right? So politics isn't a matter of difference of opinion anymore. No, it's going from point A to point B. And of course, they know what point B is because they're better than everyone else. So everyone that used to think the previous way, they're wrong, they're horrible people. They are the enlightened ones, and they're the only ones capable of bringing Superman to the next level. Internationally, by the way, like, Superman is losing popularity. I generally don't know people that are excited about Superman anymore. As I said in the opening, people are excited about manga. It's quite a shame, you know. If you watch Blade Runner, there is actually an interesting thing because you see Japanese letters with graffiti on the walls, like Japanese letters spray painted. And it's supposed to show that the dominance of Japan is taking place even in the heart of America. And it's supposed to worry you, right? Because it's a cyberpunk future. It's the future. It's like America is losing its own culture even within its borders. And right now I can see it, but it's not bad. You know, like, yeah, manga should BTFO these people. That's why they keep trying to co-opt it, because it's embarrassing them. Like, they don't want to be as good as manga. That's the interesting thing, okay? They don't want to be as good writers and sell as much as manga. They want to destroy manga and bring it down to their level. That's the type of equality they want. Let me know what you guys think. Very interesting that this was on Fox News. And I'll see you guys in the comment section.